If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles.
Right, we are at day 4, already 7 hours and 30 minutes to be exact. But I was at a music festival, so I just came back home. And now, day 4, we all know what that means, the mightiest army list and players turning AI. As I'm hosting this game, but it was also public, so it was like semi-public, semi-private. Only 17 players turned AI, which is pretty much okay for day 4 on a world at war. Usually like 1/3 of the map goes offline or even half of it. This time only 17, so we're gonna have a nice active game. That is amazing. Mightiest army list. Alright, let's go to the newspaper and scroll all the way down. That's gonna take a while. So we've got Belgian Congo ranked first, which is no surprise because he golded a lot of units. What is surprise, however, is that I am second. I know I only lost 3 units and I've made mainly offensive units, but still having 3% like Belgian Congo is really surprising me. But it's for the best. I hope other players will be intimidated by it. And then I'm also the second most popular nation. My ally Congo has just killed the last 4 remaining units here from Equatorial Gabon, so this battle is also done now. I'm pretty frustrated because over here, well, you have this stack, a nice meat shield, 10 units, and then you've got here we have, you can't see it, but it's 5 artillery and 2 anti-air units. I wanted to attack, I wanted to take this province, but I would be in range too long and I want to go to bed, so I'm actually going to pull back because I can't risk running around in a Comintern Doctrine nation which has probably a medium tanks. Here he has at least 1 already, so he will have more. I can't have it that with my armored car or even here my light tanks. I'm running in medium tanks. That would be a big disaster. I'm all about speed. I need to avoid those medium tanks. Never attack during the nighttime because, well, as I just said, it's the best recipe for disaster. I want to avoid the disaster. However, I'm not sure if this is going to be possible because really this tactic, it sucks. I wanted to try this tactic, who was actually not Southwest Africa but Bechuanaland, so I've picked the wrong country. But then again, fine. Bechuanaland in the player league, he was able to take very large parts of here East Africa that role AI and then exploiting the wars amongst other players to then finish them off, and he was able to take the whole African continent. However, that was a very peculiar situation, and right here with 10 armored cars, 10 allied tanks, I mean, I can't attack a Comintern player, okay? If a Comintern player has medium tanks, I'm gonna get trashed. Plus rocket artillery, anti-unarmored. My 10 stack here with infantry is not gonna go far neither. And then you have Comintern Doctrine, you know, they have great cruisers. You put a destroyer in there, my subs and naval bombers, they are gone in no time. In my current troop composition, I can get countered so easily. So I really need to adapt. So what I've been doing is I'm researching here in the research tab submarine level 2 so that they're stealth, interceptor level 2 so that I can have a bigger range and have a better protection. I've also researched medium tanks, but I haven't been able to make any yet, which I'm gonna do soon. And then next up in the program is secret branch. I'm gonna make railroad guns. I'm gonna make these beautiful babies. If I have 10 railroad guns protected by 10 anti-air, Axis anti-air are very good, I should be able to make it. I can put my 10 infantry in there as well. Then at least my fast units, they're gonna have some backup of both planes and railroad guns. I'm also having my first attack bomber in production, but it's difficult with resources, steel and oil. I'm always lacking now also goods. I've been investing quite a lot in economy these past few days. Let's let's check it out. I'm upgrading 2 recruitment centers to level 3. I've got 1 of level 2 and I've got 2 of level 1. In my oil province, I am upgrading my industry. I should also do the same thing in my steel province. Let's see if I have the resources. I do, so I'm gonna do that immediately. These are the 2 resources I'm really lacking. It's steel and oil. As you can see, I've got now 43,000 food. I've received 10,000 from Saudi Arabia at day 1, and now we also have got another player who has given up. I'm gonna go to my messages. Persia has given up and he has given me $1,200, 600 oil, 1,300 steel, and 19,000 food. So that's great. That's why I have a lot of food. Let's see in the market if I can sell food for a decent price. Not really. This for 8, okay, but it gives me only a little bit of money. And I'm also going to check out now the steel prices, but they're still so crazy expensive. Steel is at 12.2 and it's only 500 steel. Then it's immediately $21 per unit. This is just crazy. So I can't use the market, so that's pretty screwed up because I want to use my market. If I can sell a lot of food, then I have a lot of dollar bills which I can use to buy steel and oil to balance my economy. And then let's see how my allies are doing. As you can see, finally South Africa has heeded my advice. His coastline is protected. He has 2 naval bombers, a bit basic, only 2 naval bombers. Still, he doesn't have any navy and he is risking sending his units over unescorted. This is a huge risk. I mean, I know he still has a shared maps with Madagascar, and that Madagascar is assumed to be offline the whole weekend because he's on a weekend trip or something. I don't know how he got this intel, but you know, the Call of War roleplay world is small, so rumors travel fast. I hope he's gonna make it, because never ever take your army at sea unescorted. If your enemy has a couple of subs or naval bombers, you're gonna be screwed. Even if it's in the early game, if you wanna do a naval invasion, please make sure you at least have a couple of destroyers, naval bombers. I mean, in this stage of the game, you can't afford your whole army to lose at sea because it's game over immediately. You can't replace your armies that fast in the start of the game. I can see that Bechuanaland has taken his part of the deal and that South Africa isn't taking his part of the cake, but at least all his cities are now gone. Only 5 provinces remaining, but this here is still a problem. I don't know if it's gonna move or not. Anyway, we've got South Africa who is going to attack Madagascar, and we have Bechuanaland who will take Somalia and then move on towards Saudi Arabia. South Sudan, it comes to no surprise that he has now both trashed Egypt and also North Sudan. South Sudan is a very good player. We almost have Africa now if we can just finish off Tanganyika here. And then there's only 4 active nations left: Nigeria, Libya, Algeria, and French Sudan. If the 4 of them combine forces, we could still be in for a tough ride, because I don't know what is up with Ciro playing Belgian Congo, but he hasn't been active that much. I hope it's gonna change soon, because we need action. Like Elvis said, a little bit action and reaction. That's always good. Activity is key. I keep repeating it, and I'm always going to keep repeating it. Maybe someday the whole Call of War public will understand.